welcome back to another episode of Imperial Settlers Roll and Write. We are in adventure sheet number 3 from the artwork. We are in Japan, or the Japanese people. So yeah, we have 6 new buildings that are available to us to build or to use in this game. For one, we have the cherry orchard, which just gives us 1 food, which is probably our main thing to do here, which is good because we can get the food track, which arguably needs a lot of food. We have New Horizons, which is interesting. It gives us 1 additional favor, so we can choose, instead of 1 of these favors, we can choose then 2 or 3 even if we build. So it doesn't make sense to build more than, or to grow more than 1 settlement of this, because you can only choose between the 3 you get. You can't get one of the others that are not in the game. We got 3 buildings that are relevant for points in the end. So here we get 3 victory points for every 2 harvested wood. So arguably enough that, so I don't know if it's counting wood complete or if it's just wood resource nodes. So because there is 2, that would be 1 point, or that would be 3 points, that would be 3 points. So the question is if either of these are all equal 1 point or 3 points. Gets to know. I think it's per 2 harvested wood, so that would be 3 points. That would be 3 points. So yeah. So we have at maximum 4 times this, whatever. Then the default building here, if we build this T shape, we get 7 victory points. And then we have the Silver Dragon, or the Feng Shui Builders. Then we have the Silver Dragon statue, which is just something we can put our resources in. Here it asks us for stone. So 4 stones gives us 6 points, and 2 stones and an action gives us 4 points. And then as the last thing, we have the Fuji Apple Festival. Say that 3 times fast, which lets us trade resources. So that would be probably very, very good, because we can generate a lot of food with the cherry orchard, and then we can just, as it says, well, it's Apple Festival, so yeah, but the thing is an apple, so we can then change that to whatever resource we need. So this is a very strong combo, and the 2 tiles somewhat linked to each other, so yeah, we probably these 2 are really good. And then we have something to dump our stone into. So the question is if this is a better stone investment than this. So this gives us 10 points, and we would need 5, 7, 8, 9. So we would need more to get at least 11 points. So maybe we just put every stone we get into the Silver Dragon statue, and we get more points out of it than this, and then we can still dump some stone into here if we want to. I think because here we need 2 stones explicitly, yeah, but we see when we come to it. And this is of course maybe strong, depends on what we get for favors. And speaking of, let's get this started by pulling our favors. So we got this. So we got basically the worst ones. Well, this could be okay-ish if we go for these 3 victory points for the rice collectors, because it lets us get wood for free, so we could take these wood resources and just get the victory points from that. So maybe this isn't that bad. This gives us an additional thing, which also isn't that bad, maybe with the Apple Festival, so we will see. I think for the beginning we will probably go for the ally. It depends if we can build the New Horizons, so we can maybe get more resources than with that one. That gives us one additional resource of one of our resource styles. That maybe not that bad actually. It's basically like a gold coin, and with the Fuji Apple Festival built once, this basically becomes like a gold coin. So yeah, so maybe that's not that bad. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, I would have liked the gold coin more here, the lucky coin, so they have to definitely go for the New Horizons, but maybe we still go for the New Horizons. I think it's not that bad actually, but probably not upgraded via settlements. So enough talk. Let's roll the dice, see what we get. We get 4 action stones. We get every resource and 4 action. That's nice. I think we go for the ally here because at the beginning allies is really good. So we get 4 actions. And one of every resource, and this action, of course, 2. So we get 5 actions, which lets us build the first bridge. Actually, what's a little bit disappointing, we can't build. Well, we could build the cherry orchard very quickly now, and we could maybe also build. We could almost build the Fuji Festival. But I think I at least go for the cherry orchard because we can build it. We have 3 actions in the wood, so I think this is a good thing to do first because this enables our thing anyway, and then maybe not to lose the resources to just cross off a stone and a food. Just because we have the resources. I mean, I could also build already this or start building these buildings, the New Horizons and the Fuji Festival. But I also would like to build as fast as possible this. So we would need either here or here. So maybe we go for this thing here, which is probably easier to get. So we get 1 food here, 1 food, 1 action, and let's put the action in here, and then we have 1 stone left, so I could go for here, at least get that started. So the question is, yeah, but I think at the beginning it's better to invest here, just because we can build. So that's our first thing. We can't settle anything here. We just had this going on, but now we get 1 food at least in the next roll. Okay, 4 actions again, and the gold coin, and I go again for the ally because we have empty actions here, which is better. So we get that, we get the gold coin, we get an apple, and we get a thing here, and we get that action, and we get an additional food from the cherry orchard that we will now build. Okay, so now we have much more options here. If we go for this, we could build this, and we could upgrade the apple orchard, and then we have access to the first field. Which I might get just because I would like to build that at some point, just because if we get a lot of food now with the cherry orchard, I would like to change them to whatever I need. I can do this once at the beginning, but maybe I can then do it multiple times, and then if we get 3 new horizons, I could use, for example, this one, mining, and get 3 points if we build the rice collector, which we then would need to have to build at one point. Otherwise, we would lose the 3 points from that. But yeah, so this would take us 4 actions out of our 5 to build this thing. Yeah, I think we do that. This is 1 food and 1 action, and then we have 3 actions just to build that. Let's put 1 back onto the ally, and then 2 more go away. And now I think the best thing, and this opens this up, and I think the best thing here to do is basically get the double wood, which I can with this is a wood, this is a wood, and this is an action. And this is now, of course, export would have been great here just because they get additional victory points at the end of the thing with New Horizons, but whatever. So now we're in the settlement phase, and I can build. So the question is if I want to build that, and I think it's mostly the only thing I could build, especially down there. So I build upgrade the cherry orchard. Now we get 2 resources here, 2 food. So that's that. I think the next thing should be New Horizons and Fuji Apple Festival, just to get the engine going, and then we could think about what to do next. So I could argue here not going for the ally because we have anyway 5 actions, but I think it's better just because we have a lot of empty actions here we can use to just build that up. Unfortunately, we don't have, well, we have the stone, which is good for the Fuji Apple Festival, but it's not that great for the New Horizons to build because we need wood for that. We'll leave at least 1 wood, but yeah. So that's 1 wood, 2 stones we get. We get 5 actions, which is actually great. So that's 4, 5, and we get a 6th one from our ally, and then we get 2 food from our cherry orchard. So we could build the Fuji Apple Festival, which is great. Because we can trade resources, I think we can trade them anyway. I don't know if we can trade them right away as we build it. This is probably something I need to read then in the fact, but I think I forgo it as 1 turn. So this cost me 3 actions in the stone, which I have. So that's half of my actions to build that. But well, but I think it's rather worth it. And the stone. So now I have 3 actions left. A stone and a wood. So I would say, I could sink 1 action into here, and I could sink 1 additional action into here, which is the best thing I can do. And then I have a lot of action left over, which is a little bit sad. But an action and a stone could let me... So I need at some point this probably will another thing of one of these. If I want to go for upgrading the trade center, I would need to build down here to do that. Or I could start also here to get these 6 victory points, which is maybe not that bad. Yeah. And for settlement, I can't settle anything. Unfortunately, I didn't get that 2 double wood here. Action is actually here. And I'm 1 wood away to build a New Horizon. So I have 6 turns at least to get the benefit from that. So yeah. So that's that. So I don't settle anything. So we go into the 4th round. Oh, again 5 action, which is nice, and a gold coin. So I think I still want to go for the actions now. Yeah, I think I still want to go for the actions. So that's again 5 actions. 1 wood, 1 food, and a gold coin. and then 2 food. And now I can also exchange one of these for something else with the Fuji. Basically, I could just change that into a coin, which is basically exactly the similar thing, because this now is a wild card, and basically this apple is a wild card. And it doesn't change if I want to have an apple. I don't do it. I think this is the easiest thing to keep track of my things. Just convert whatever I want into gold coins, or one of these into gold coins, which I think is actually what this does. So I have 6 actions now. So I could finish the New Horizons, which is probably what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I finished the New Horizons here with an action and a wood. So now that I have access to actually that, I probably won't gonna settle for it, but at least I have the option. And then I can start increasing my yield. So what I want to do is for an action and a food, cross one of these off. Put this action here. And then for another action and another food, I cross off this. And I think with these 2, I go for an action. I do this as wood. Because now I can settle and have more things to do for that. And then I'm going to invest 1 action here and 1 action here, just that I have the rice collector at the end of the game. Now settlement phase again, so I increase again the yield I get for food. So I can do something with my actions and hopefully convert more of them into gold coins with the Fuji Apple Festival. It's just basically what you do. You sell apples at a festival, and then you get gold coins, which you can then use to buy whatever you want or whatever you need. Okay, 1 of every resource and 4 action, which isn't that bad. Let's put them where I always put them. So 4 action and 1 of every resource. And I get 3 more food from that. So another question is, I think I go for that. I go for the ally nonetheless. And now I can choose one of these two too. So, I mean, I could do a big combo turn once when I have all the bridges to just collect all the wood at once, which is just a lot of wood, which also could lead me very straight ahead. So I think I choose that very late. So I choose this, so I get 1 additional thing, and I probably want to choose stone because it's something you very seldomly have. Then I trade the next, do 1 of these to a gold coin, and then I add that. So I have 5 actions and a lot of things here, which is good. So now I probably want to try to get as fast as possible to the rice collector, and maybe also build some rice collectors, and then and the bridges, of course. So to build the rice collector, I need 1 food and 1 wood and 2 actions, and then I have build it. I mean, I can also build it at the very last, but I have to keep that in mind that I need that. I think I want to do 3 actions into food actually. And if I use the coin, I can do once more, so I get 2 coins next turn with the Fuji Festival, which is maybe not that bad. Yeah, I guess. And I can still do the rice collector actually. That's 4 actions to do that out of my 5. So I have one action left, which is something with stones. Now I'm sad I'm not up here, because that would be much more efficient. I mean, I can go up there actually. But then again, I can't build the festival. And I think the question is if I want to build a rice collector. So where could I build a rice collector? The first rice collector I could build is actually this one here. But then I can't build the festival, except if I go up here to build the festival. No, I can't because I used this one. That's annoying, but that's live, I guess. Could I mean, this would have been, of course, better, but I think I want the things. If I build the Fuji Festival here, then I could build it once. It takes me way ahead. So I mean, I can just treat it as 12 points, which isn't that bad. So that just means that I have to optimize everything else. So maybe to get in this direction and just get this 12 points. I think, yeah, that's maybe not that bad. And if I have the Fuji Festival, I can just trade the food for coins, which lets me go into this. And I can take this to just do crazy combo turns to get into this direction. Yeah, it's maybe not that bad. So maybe I invest these 4 actions into here. So that's 4 food, and this I use as food, and 4 of these actions. So I have this left. So I could start on the rice collector, or I could use 1 stone here, or I think I want to build a bridge here actually. So now I've built this bridge too, so I already have access to 6 points here, which isn't that bad. And these 2 then get back, and this is basically useless. Now in the settlement phase, I could build this, which increases this to 2. And this was my 4th turn. Yeah. Isn't this also probably already my 5th turn? I should really keep somehow better track of that. I mean, I built at least 3. The question is, was I able to build? Yeah, let's hope I did it right. Let's remember, I had 2 turns with 5 actions. I had 1 with 4 and 1 with 4. No, I think I'm all right. Okay. So that's an interesting thing. So I get a wood, coin, and a food, and 5 actions. At least. So I think I want to still go for this and this. And I mean, I get another coin for that, and the action. As I said, I want to do this for combo turns at the end if I have all 3 bridges, or all 4 bridges actually. So yeah. And I get 3 more food. Which 2 of them I just convert into coins, because now I can convert 2 from the Fuji Festival. So yeah, now I have a lot of resources for doing stuff. As I said, I probably want to go further in the bridge territory, and at some point also going for that. So there's just 1 action to do this, and that's that. So can I build something interesting? No, I think the problem is for the rice collector to build, this takes me a long time. Well, it shouldn't take me a long time, but I think it's getting started on building that actually, just to remember to have it. And then I go for one action and a food to build this. And do it again. Or maybe yeah, I think I do that. One action and a food to do it again. Let's put this back on here. Then I can use one action and one coin as a stone to go for this one. So this builds me that bridge. So I'm almost complete with the combo. And then one of these and an action to maybe I go here. I mean, I could at some point, or I could. No, it's too late. I did it already. And these 2 coins are just gone, and that's. I think I can't settle anything. No, I can't. So that's that. So now I go back to this. Okay, I got a lot of stone, which is good. So 4 actions, a stone, 2 stones and a wood. And again, I choose this and this. And I choose another. Well, I get 3 food, 2 of which I convert into 2 coins from my Apple Festival. So now the question is, for this, do I want to get a stone or a wood? And I think I'd rather get for wood. So now, because at some point I probably want to, maybe I can still get some rice collector building in here. And I get this action also. Okay, so and I want to probably start in building these. So let's think about this. If I quickly go build a 3rd bridge, then next turn I could do a combo turn, which would give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 wood. And I would need 6, 9 here. So with 4 action, I can just get 8 points right away. So I would only need this to build a rice collector next turn already in the settlement phase. If I dump this into here, which would be 2 stones and 2 wood and 3 action, then I would need to use 1 action and these 2 coins as 2 stones to accomplish that. And then I have 1 food left and an action, which I could build, or which I can use to actually build a rice collector. And then I'm here, and I'm stuck here because I can't get any more wood, so I have to trade wood with the Apple Festival to get actually further ahead here. Then I could use then I can do a stone turn, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. which would be then, if I get this, I can get up until here with reactions. Okay, so I do that. So I use an action and one of the woods to cross off that, an action and a stone to cross off that, and an action and a stone and a wood to actually build the last bridge. So I have built all the bridges. This gives me already 9 points. Which isn't that much because it's actually really easy to do. But it now gives me crazy combo turns, which I can do with the mining pick. And 1 action and 2 coins is 2 stones to build that, and then I have this left. Which I use to build this. And that's that. So that's my 6th turn. So now I can do crazy turn. I hope I understand this right, but it says I choose one of the so there's a chance I never roll in 4 turns a stone, which is pretty unlikely, but it could happen. But if I get a stone or if I get a wood, I can use this to. It says for free. I can harvest them for free. So this means basically I don't use actions for it. And if I have access to all nodes, I can just harvest them all and do crazy shit. Yeah, that's what I expected. I said there is no wood here. Okay. So 5 actions. I get at least a stone and 2 food. I exchange these 2 food directly to gold because that's what I can do. So I choose this. So now the question is, that becomes a little bit difficult, and I get 3 food from my cherry orchard. So now the question is, because I can't complete the rice collector, which isn't, well, I don't care actually. I just try to establish that. So now I think I still go for that. So as I said, I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stone out of it. So if I use an action to do this, I can use the 9 stones here, which gives me 12 points in total for 4 actions. And I have 2 stones, and I harvest, and then I have a bunch left, which is probably doable. So yeah, so I think I'm going to choose this now. So now I can choose one of the resource die, which I choose the stone one, and I can now harvest for free all the stone nodes I want, which is what I said is these 9 stones. So that's actually a lot. So that's 4, 8, 9. So it's these 9 stones I get from harvesting that, and I couldn't do this for free, so it doesn't take me an action. So now I use an action and a stone and a coin to do this. Let's put that action back. And then I use 1 action and 3 stones to do this. I use another action and 3 stones to do this. And so that was 1, 2, 4, my 6. So yes, it's correct. So I can do this once more. And I'm really far ahead there. I have some food left and some actions. I can get up till here. Probably I want to use one of my actions to actually build the advance on the silver dragon. So use that as a stone to use actually here as this, because I can't do crazy turns with stones anymore. So that's done. And I use 2 actions and 2 food to go on this track further ahead, and this is unfortunately lost, but whatever. So now I'm in the phase. I could actually in the settlement phase. So can I get Can I get also this in? I could down here if I advanced far ahead here, so maybe I wait for that just to get additional 7 points. If I mean, I could build it actually here, and I could still go for, I mean, I can get for here and build it here. Yeah, why not? I built another cherry orchard here in the settlement. So I get 4 food now, and this is my 7th turn. Ooh. I get less actions. Which isn't that bad because I mostly used all of them, but I get all resources, which is also good for choosing whatever I want to get. So it's 3 actions at least, and I get 4 food, and 2 of them I convert into gold coins. This is what I get at least. Now, I probably want to still get the ally to get at least the thing, and I think I get this. For the wood turn. So let's do this again. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's also 9. I guess there's a pattern here. So there's 9 wood, and I could go up until here with 4 actions. Oh no, I shouldn't have built there. I see. Oh no. Oh no, I didn't. Shit. I can still build it here. It's still okay. It's still okay. It's still okay. If I go until here, I can still build the rice collector to upgrade it. Nothing completely planned. And then I just need wood, and wood to go up here. And I think I just put the stone into here because, so upgrading the stone just gives me 8 points, and this gives me 10 points for much less stone, but for more actions actually. Yeah, because it's a trade-off between actions and stones. But stones are really hard to come by, so I probably will go for here. So with the 9 I can get up until here. Doesn't make sense to... maybe I can get also this, we will see. So I go for that at least. So yeah, so I do the crazy turn again, so I harvest all the wood from here, which just gives me a ton of wood. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 wood. I got this, so I really need this because it's all I can do actually in this turn is use these 4 action and these 9 wood to go up there. Yeah. Well, maybe it was a bit of an overcommit, but well. And I just lose all of these resources. Yeah. Maybe it wasn't the best of turns. I would have liked to have at least 1 more action. But yeah, that's how it goes. But now I have this for sure. Because it's 9 things, so I get 4 times that at least. So now I can upgrade it. So I get 16 points of it instead of 12. Just 4 points more. So these 4 actions gave me 16 points, which isn't that bad. Yeah. So in the settlement phase, I draw now 1 rice collector, which gives me here 4 victory coins, and that was my 8th turn. So 4 actions. Now there's 1 action here. 4 actions and 1 of each resource. Plus 2 food and 2 coins, because there are 2 food that I converted into coins with the Fuji Festival. I again get this thing here. I think it's better to get this because it's there isn't. I mean, the only thing I could get here is food, and I don't think I need that much food. Anyway, in the first place, I'd rather take that and take probably a stone. So I have an action here. So I'd like to complete something down there. So yeah. So I get 1 action and 1 stone to complete that, 1 action and 1 stone to complete that, 1 action and 2 food to complete that, and 1 action and 3 wood to complete that. And this is then completely left over, or I can use that action to actually cross that off and only need 2 stones next turn. I mean, this is 3 points, but well, this is 2 points and this is 3 points to go up until here. But I don't think. Yeah, I think these 2 actions are 6 points. I think, yeah. So 1 action and a stone to complete that. 1 action and a stone to complete that. So I get at least the 6 points here. And then I use, as I said, 1 action and 2 food to complete that. Or do I use these 2 as stones? Because it's not sure if I get stone next turn, but I get at least actions. I get stones anyway from the trade center. And if I want to build, I don't think I can build a feng shui here. It's really hard. I mean, I would need to complete all of these, which is probably something I can get. Because I forgot I need that. Yeah, I would have needed to put it one over there. So I could also complete one of the feng shui builders, so that's 7 points. But the question is, yeah, if this in itself gave me enough points. Oh, I have that action. Oh no, is it? Oh crap. I used, well, let's recap. So I used 1 action here. I used 2 action here. So yeah, I used that's the one I already have, because it's 3 action and I have 2 left, which is 5 actions, which I have in this turn. So the question is if I want to use this wood to complete that, or if I want to use these 2 to complete these 2. Yeah, I'd rather use 2 actions and 2 stones to do this. This gives me closer to 4 points. So I don't know if this is at all the right decision. Yeah, we'll see. So last turn. Okay, I get half a wood. So 4 actions, coin, food, and a stone. And I wasn't able to build a New Horizons either to get all of the things. And I get 2 food and 2 coin as usual. So now I probably, so the question is now, I mean, I can get at least 5 foods for free with this. So I can complete this with 2 actions. That's 2 actions to do that. And I can use 1 action and these 3 coins to complete that, to get another 2 points. So, but this is 4 points, so probably this is better to just use these 4 stones to get these 4 points. I would need to use 1 action. No, wait, so these 2 actions are for completing these 2. So 1 action is used for that. So I would need 2 actions to complete these 2. And I don't have an action left to build that. So I won't get these 4 points, which I would get here. So this is 4 points nonetheless. Either I use it as resources for here, or I use this here to get the 4 points here. So the question is if I can do something better with these resources, with less actions, and get more points. So this gives me 7 points with 2 actions. So these 2 give me 7 points. If I build this, I could build another rice collector, which gives me an additional 4 points actually. That it would be beneficial to build that, but then I would need these 3 coins and an action to build that, and I use this action as is to build that. So this gives me this, this, and this. And now, so this would be useless actually to get. So all hand hinges that I get this at least. To get 5 food. But I only need 2 food actually, but because I have 3 already. So I could use my resources better, but it's completely non-needed because I don't have an export. If I would have an export, I would keep these because this would be 2 points at least. So this action goes here. These 2 actions are for the food, and this is for the wood. So what do I do with this action actually? I can't do anything with this action, and I can't do anything with the additional resource. If it would be an action, no, it would be the same. Yeah, actually it doesn't help me at all. I think that's the maximum points I can get. If I've gotten yeah, I can't get these 4 points. Well, could I? Then I can't get this, and I think I need to get this to get additional 4 points. I think that's the best thing I can do. I mean, I can choose whatever I want, but it doesn't help me at all. I can choose another action. I can't use anything here. Yeah, I think that's the best thing I can do just from looking at it. Yeah, I don't think I choose anything else. So I use this and I choose the food to get 2 additional food basically. To get these 2 food, which gives me 5 food and 2 actions which I need to complete this. So I get 21 points here. Then I use this as 3 wood to complete that. And this action, and oh, I know, I need the additional action. Wait, what? No. I had 1 action left, didn't I? So that's 2 action, that's 3 action. And I put away the 4th action, which I need to complete this. I have 4 actions, actually. So that's 1 action, 2 actions. I mean, I could choose this and anyway get the actions, so this doesn't matter at all. And now in the settlement phase, I build 1 more rice collector. So this gives me 15 points now. And that was my last turn. Okay. This stone is just completely useless. So now let's count together. I think it's a very high pointer. So that's 15 points here. That's 14 points here. So for the buildings, I have 10 points here. And I get, I think, 20 points because there's 9 wood. And I get 2 per harvest. It gets 5 points per 2 harvested wood. So that's 4 pairs out of 9. So that's 9, that's 20. So I get 30 points alone from this. So it's 30. That's 30, that's 60 here. So it's 64. 74, 79 points. Oh wow, 1 off for the 80 point thing. So yeah, 79 points. I think I hope I did everything right. I don't know if I could have gotten, so I maybe this was a mistake, so that I could build. Yeah, but if I did build this would have been probably 3 points more in the end. But I wouldn't. Yeah, but then I would have needed to actually complete this, which I may not have been able to. So I think, yeah, I think it's rather optimal played with that. I think this time around was really good, just because we had yeah, maybe this isn't that bad as I thought, just because you can do crazy shit, but you have to get all the bridges very quickly, which we were lucky to get at the beginning because we got a lot of actions early on. So maybe this isn't that bad as I initially thought, because you can just combo it out, get 9 wood or 9 stone, and just go very quickly into there. Of course, the New Horizons help with that, because we can always get 1 action more to actually then use all the resources we get, which we wouldn't be able to. This is as expected, is always a lucky coin, more or less. So yeah, it was very interesting. The first time I built one of these scoring things, which I normally don't go for, but I think here it made sense because the shape wasn't that hard to get. And because we had this indeed. If we didn't have this, I think this would have been very hard to get. But because of that, we profited from that. Because this 1 turn, we just made 20 points basically without any action. So that was really, really good. Yeah, and this is the trade-off between an action and 4 stones, which is I think the best one to get. So here, 79 points. Yeah, let's find out if you can get more, or if this is more or less the optimal way to play the sets, the roles, and the actions. So yeah,